Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night, just good day, I guess. Good night, I don't know. Wherever you are, I hope you are having a very good day, very good night, very good afternoon, evening, lunch break, dinner break, whatever. Anyways, I hope you're having a good day. Today we clearly, you can tell by the title, we are talking about all the books that I read in April, all the books that I plan on reading in May, and that's really it. I don't plan on doing the book journal part or like the Notion part of this video because I filmed this video once already and I went back to go edit it yesterday and I did not like it. So today is Thursday. This video has to be out on Saturday but uploaded on Friday. So I literally have one day to edit this video, which is I'm not complaining, but I just don't plan on doing everything that we normally do. So it's going to be a shorter video today. I hope y'all don't mind. Anyways, to talk about April, I think April in general was just a slump. And I know I've said this like a while. Oh my gosh, I have so much highlighter on my nose. Excuse me. I said this for a while, but I feel like the beginning of every year, I'm just always in a slump because it's like a new year. It's still the winter and school's still going. And like, there's just so much going on at the beginning of every year that I just get, I don't want to say sad. I'm just there, if that makes any sense at all. I don't really know. So I always get in a slump, and normally slumps bring me good time to read because I like escaping into a book instead of just being here. So, but that didn't happen this time. I did not pick up a single book. You know what I did pick up though? Wattpad. Right. Them fanfics were getting to me and I was eating them all up. Anyways, in the month of April, these are the books that I was supposed to read, but I did not read a single one. So in April, I was supposed to read Magnolia Park. I started this book and I think I got a good percent into it. I think I was around like chapter 6, chapter 7, 50 pages in, and I just don't think I was in the mood for it at the moment. So this kind of got put off. Then I tried to read Five Brothers, but like it says, Five Brothers, there's so many brothers. Five's a lot. Then we have her family, her mom, her brother, her dad, some girl that she doesn't like. It's just a lot. One of the brothers has a kid. There was just so much going on within the first, how far did I get? 100 pages? Yeah, there's so much going on in the first 100 pages that I just could not keep up. So this also got put on the back burner. How to Make Friends with the Dog. This also got picked. I think I read a good 30 pages, and I think you just have to be in a specific mood for Kathleen Glasgow. I think you have to be in a specific mood to read her books, and as much as I was in a slump, like a life slump, and you would think I would be able to read this, I was not. I think I wanted something more of me. I think I was leaning towards fantasy, what I was reading, like leaning towards. So this also got put on the back burner. And then I started also reading If Only I Had Told Her, and I think I was doing like an audiobook. So I got a decent percent into it, but my Libby thing, I had to return it. So I didn't finish. So this was actually good though. I plan on reading this sometime soon though. So I actually do like this one. Then, since I wasn't reading any of these and I couldn't find a book that I did want to read, I was also reading Kiss the Villain by Rena Kent. And I got a good, I think I'm 30% through that one. But there's just like nothing happening, but so much happening at the exact same time. And I know that makes no sense at all, but I just had to like soft DNF it for a minute because I was just like, eh. And then I also started reading I'm Glad My Mom Died. That is a autobiography actually, I think. And it's actually really sad seeing how much like I grew up on iCarly and Sam and Cat and like Victorious and a bunch of Nickelodeon shows, and just to see like how she grew up, and whenever I was little I wanted to be on Nickelodeon so bad. Like I wanted to be there. I wanted to be an actress with them, just to see how they were treated and how she got to where she was. It's all just, it is really sad actually. I would not wish what I've read so far. I'm not even completely done with the book. I'm still reading it at the moment, but what was happening, I would not wish that on anybody, and I'm very sad that she had to go through that. Anyways, moving on from that, we started reading 6 books in the month of April. Didn't finish a single one, but you know what we did finish? So I'm gonna start with this one actually. I'm gonna start with Defy Me. This is in the Shatter Me series. I recently have gotten Watch Me. If y'all saw the community post, I told y'all I was going to do a vlog, which therefore means that I need to finish the regular Shatter Me series, which I'm pretty sure I could, if I wanted to, just go and read the Watch Me series without finishing Shatter Me. I think it's like an interconnected series, so if I really wanted to, but I'm not. I don't do that. I like completing the series and then going to the next series that follows. Like, I don't know. I'm very weird like that. Sue me, okay? So I have this one, Imagine Me, and I think Believe Me to do. Well, I finished this one. So Imagine Me, Believe Me, and then I can read Watch Me. So I need to finish those so that vlog can come out soon because I haven't started yet. Gulp. Anyways, my thoughts on Defy Me. Hold on, I had to pull up my notes. Y'all know how I am. Defy Me is the 5th book in the Shatter Me series, and it goes deeper into Aaron and Juliet's and Kenji's, mainly Aaron and Juliet's backstory on like when they were younger, their parents, their establishment, everything that's gone on, why Juliet was where she was at in the asylum, how Aaron became obsessed with her, why he became obsessed with her. Like it just reveals a lot of things that we didn't really know, and I'm kind of glad, because at first I read Restore Me and I was just like, oh, this is kind of boring. I didn't really like Restore Me. I liked the ending. The ending was really good, and then we pick right back up at the ending for this book, but we're learning more. So I guess it was kind of like a filler book, but the filler didn't feel like info dumping, if that makes sense. It didn't feel like at all info dumping. It felt more so like I was actually there getting information, and nothing was like, oh, this happened because of this and this happened because of this. Like it was like, I don't know how to describe it, like different timelines. So we were going back and forth, experiencing different things, and then we would also jump from Juliet's point of view to Kenji's point of view to Aaron's point of view. So we were getting like all these different stories, but everything was flowing and working so beautifully together. And a lot of the times when authors do that, it doesn't flow good, sadly, or it's just too much. She did perfectly when she was writing this. Like this was like, I followed and I understood everything on the timeline completely. It was gorgeous. Okay, anyways, I don't want to say too much on this because again, it is the 5th book in the series, so I don't want to spoil anything, but mainly what's happening in here is Juliet has been stolen. She's been stolen, and Aaron has gone crazy and Kenji has gone crazy, all just looking for her. And Juliet finds a lot of things out about her past, about her mom and dad, and Aaron's dad actually too. And Aaron finds out a lot of things about Juliet's mom and dad and his mom and his dad. So it's like a lot of family stuff that you need to know moving on forward for the rest of the book, which I think she wrote this book perfectly. I don't remember what I rated it. I'll put it down here, but I think this is a beautiful book. I really did like it. I really did enjoy it. I flew through it. I think I read it in 2 days, which is kind of crazy to think because I was in a slump. So how did I read this in 2 days? Maybe I was just in a fantasy mood. I don't really know, but I really did like this book. Next, we have Better Than the Movies. Now, if y'all know, and y'all have been a subscriber or following me for a minute, y'all know that I said that I did not like this book when I first read it because I was just not a rom-com girly. Like I just didn't do rom-coms. I take back everything I've said. I take it all back, and I hate to be like, oh my god, y'all were right, but again, y'all were right. This book is so good. I'm so excited to read the next one. A lot of y'all have been scaring me in the comments actually, saying not to read it because it's not any good. Don't scare me like that. Please do not. Please do not. Do not play. I love Wes. I love Liz. When I first read this, I was annoyed with the fact that Liz was obsessed with the idea of love. I was like, there's no way this girl truly believes that her life is going to play out like this and all this and this and this. But as you read further into the book, you understand why she thinks the way that she thinks, and it makes more sense. So if you had the same thoughts as me and you thought that she was annoying, I promise you, read further into the book. She is not annoying. She actually has a semi-valid reason as to why she is the way she is and thinks the way she thinks. But anyways, what is going on in this book? Okay, this is a super cute YA rom-com book. This girl is obsessed with love, romantic movies, songs, and her childhood crush has just moved back into their town, and she thinks this is the perfect time to live out her romantic movie thing. I don't know what movie. I had a movie that came to my head. So All the Boys I Loved Before, but more romantic. Like Laura Jean was obsessed with the idea of love. Liz is obsessed with the idea of love, if that makes sense. Otherwise, those books are like completely, totally different, I think. And that was a very, very bad comparison. Ignore what I just said. Anyways, her childhood crush has moved back, and she is wanting to get him and to fall in love with her. So she thinks this is her chance to do all the romantic moves, become a new person, try to fit in with this group of people that she doesn't really fit in with at all. She doesn't. So, and to try to get his attention, she dates one of his friends, fake dates, one of his friends, Wes, which is also her annoying neighbor, and she does not like her neighbor, like at all. She thinks he's annoying, she thinks that he's rude, you know, the stereotypical, he's a teenage mean boy who likes picking on girls, who plays sports, is disrespectful, all these other things. And yeah, so that's basically the whole entire book. Oh no, that's not the whole entire book. As the book continues, I think Liz develops this like she comes to reality basically and realizes that you can't impress someone by not being you. You have to be you to impress someone, and the person that she didn't even have to try to impress was already always watching her and always like wanting to be there for her and helping her with everything. She didn't realize it until the end of the book, which I'm glad she did realize it, because girl, are you blind? Anyways, but she comes to the realization that, you know, it's best to be yourself, it's best to be who you are. You'll have more fun in life, you'll feel better, people will like you more, all these other things. And yeah, what else? I also think the writing in here was very, very, very good. I love Liz Painter's writing. She does a really good job at describing things like songs. Liz would have these moments where she would be like, this would be the perfect time to play this song and zoom in on this part and like all these things. And it's like, I never knew that people saw things like that. And if they do see things like that, I give them a round of applause because your mind is literally so creative, so creative. And I'm jealous that you see things like that. But Liz would see things like that, and Lynn Painter portrayed what she was seeing beautifully, so where I could see it and I was like, wow, that makes sense. Anyways, I think this is a 6-star read. It is one of the best books that I've read this year besides Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and Onyx Storm. This is one of my 5-star reads. I think this is the only 5-star reads I've given so far this year, so 3. We're doing good. Anyways, last but not least, I was gifted an ARC copy of a book. I'm so excited. It's my first ARC copy. I was so excited. This book is called Deeply Examined. I think it's written by, hold on, by Lexi Davis. This is like a dark romance. And it begins where this girl hasn't been to the OBGYN. If you don't know what that is, it is a female doctor. She hasn't been there in a minute. By a minute, I mean a couple years. So she's very scared, very nervous about going there. And whenever she sees the doctor, to do her like checkup and everything, she's like, oh my gosh, this guy's so hot. And then we get to the guy's point of view and he's just like, oh, I know you. But he doesn't say that aloud. He knows her from school and he used to be obsessed with her. And yeah, she was like the cheerleader and he wanted to date her and he wanted to be friends with her, but that never happened because he was like the weird nerdy kid that always sat in the back and just was never noticed. So he walks in and she's like, holy pooper nuggets, what the pooper are you doing here? And she's just like, he's hot. You know, had her own Debbie Ryan moment. As circumstances continue, she realizes that something happens and then she has to go back to the doctor's office and things get heated and things develop, and yeah, somehow numbers get exchanged. She has to call him to come save her, so then it's like we have to share an apartment trope. Not the 1-bedroom trope, sadly, but they did have to share an apartment. And as the story continues, you realize that, I forgot his name, Mr. Adam, I think his name was Adam is very closed off, and I mean, he has a good reason to be closed off. Like, it makes sense why he was closed off. He has a lot of secrets and he doesn't say a lot of things and he's very to himself. And Jessica is not like that. She's very open and she loves full-heartedly and she's like talkative and all these things. All the things that she is, he isn't. Until she's like, hey, I'm not doing this. Like, you either open up or peace ups, toodaloo, skedaddle, you know? And so he's like, okay. And he opens up, but not completely. And then you get to the 3rd act breakup and they break up over miscommunication. But in the end, they do get back together and it is like a good book. I don't know what I rated this. I was personally scared because me personally, I've not been to the OBGYN, so I don't know what to expect. I was already scared because I was just like, oh my god, what if this actually happens during an OBGYN visit? But I don't really think it will. Also, this is fiction, so most certainly will not happen. Like, you know, you use your head, but that just made me nervous. Otherwise, I did like the book. It did flow very fast. I think I finished it within like a day or two. Very quick book. I did like it and I'm very thankful that I did get the ARC copy. So those are all the books that I read in April. Now we're going to talk about all the books that I plan on reading in May. May is a long month, so I'm hoping I can at least get through a lot of books. Now normally I have like my sister, my brother, or I do randomly pick them. Since I'm such a mood reader, I don't think I should do that, at least this month. I was gonna say ever, but I don't think that I should do that this month, especially since I'm still trying to get out of said slump. So that's not what we're going to do. I'm just going to put some hopefuls out there, and then those are the books that I will try to read. Hopefully, no fingers crossed. I'll read what I read. I'll mood read what I mood read, and we'll get there when we get there. And whatever books I read is whatever I read. So let me put these back real quick. Okay. These are the hopefuls. And I know you're thinking, Diamond, you didn't read a single book almost last month. What makes you think you're gonna read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books? Delusion. That's what makes me think I am. So let's get through this list, okay? Also, actually it's 8 books, 8 or 9. I don't have 2 of the books are on Kindle. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Reckless. I have recently been gifted Fearless, and I want to do a reading vlog of Fearless. So if I do a reading vlog of Fearless, I clearly need to finish Reckless. If you don't know, I had this book spoiled. So I know the ending, but I don't know the lore that happens between the pages. I just know what happened in the beginning, and then it was like, boom, this happened at the end, and I was just like, and then I didn't want to read it. So hopefully I will read this book sometime this month. I really plan on reading it sometime this week, so then I can read Fearless soon, so that vlog can come out. Fingers crossed. Then I have King of Envy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to read this book. I was literally jumping up and down for joy when this showed up at my doorstep. Look, 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 look. Like, tell me that it is not so like bonita. Literally bonita. Anyways, I have actually already started this book. I think I'm like 30% into it. Chapter 19, there's like 500 500 pages. I'm almost 200 pages in, so we're doing pretty good on this book actually. So this will probably get finished today or something. I want to read this book so bad. I love it. I love it. I love it already. So, and I don't want to say anything too much. I just love Vaughn. I love Ayanna. And I love that Ayanna is a different skin tone besides white. Who said that? Oh my gosh. Anyways, moving on. Next we have Hideaway from Penelope Douglas. I recently did the first book of Devil's Nights. I did a whole vlog of me reading it. If y'all would like a part 2 of me reading this, y'all let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna read it on my own. So y'all let me know in the comments if y'all would like me to do a reading vlog of this one. If not, totally fine, totally cool. But I do want to read this one soon. I have made a new friend on TikTok and she loves the Devil's Nights series. And I think this one, Kai. Yeah, this is Kai. So this is her favorite book. So I really want to read it so I can talk to her about it. I love talking to people about books. So next we have The Cruel Prince. Y'all, I'm reading it again. Now, normally I would probably not read this book like at all because like I wouldn't read it right now in the middle of almost summer. I would probably wait until like October, November when it's cold and it's like fall and it's like fantasy book time to read. But it got voted the book of the month for my Goodreads group. Also, if you want to join that, link is in the description. You can join that down there, and The Cruel Prince has been chosen. So Cruel Prince will be read again. I hope I like it better, and if I do not, I'm coming for all y'all's throats. Period. Then I have Fearless. Now I can only read Fearless if I finish Reckless. Look how thick this is, first of all. And also, I've seen a spoiler already. I already know the ending of this book. I swear, y'all for real need to at least wait 2 months before y'all start talking about books. Okay? 2 months before you're getting on here talking about this and this and this and this and this and this happened and this happened, and then you decide to show the book afterwards after you just said if you want to read a book where this and 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 this, and then you slowly put the book up and I'm just like, girl, I haven't even read the book. Why are you just gonna go tell me all that just happened? So I already know how this ends, and I already know I'm going to be an emotional wreck, and I'm not ready for it. Next, we have Imagine Me. Now, this is the last book before I have to go buy the novella, which is Believe Me, before I can read Watch Me. So I want to finish this one. I think I started it, but I didn't get too far. I don't really know if I'm going to like this book. I've heard Kenji goes crazy, not Kenji, Aaron goes crazy in sicko mode in this book because he thinks something happened to Juliet, so he goes like terrifyingly scary crazy, which I'm down for. Period. But so far, what I've seen, Juliet's like depressed again. Girl can never be happy, and as soon as she starts to be happy, something happens, and it's just like, girl, pull yourself together. Have a good couple days. I'm just playing. But Juliet sounded depressed already, and I was just like, I don't need this negativity in my life, okay? And then we have Watch Me. I do plan on reading this sometime this month. Again, it will be a reading vlog. Hopefully I can read this one and then this one. So then it's like, you know? Okay, now for the books that I do not have, they are on my Kindle. We have I'm Glad My Mother Died, which I'm good 20% into that book, so I'm hoping I can finish it. I normally read it at night before I fall asleep. It's really good so far, and I think if you want to read an autobiography, I'm not normally an autobiography person either. I don't really like, as sad as it sounds, reading about other people's life. That sounds incredibly selfish, but I'm not. I'd prefer to escape reality. I don't want to see how sad your life was. I'm sorry. But I'd rather read fantasy books and stuff. So this is like way out of my comfort zone already, but I think it's really good, and I think everybody should go read it. And then the other one that I want to finish is Kiss the Villain, because I've already started it. Might as well finish it. Get the Rena Kemp book out the way. Be already prepared for the next one to come out. I think it comes out sometime. When does it come out? Sometime either later this year or early next. I think it comes out sometime in October, but I could totally be wrong. Editing Diamond will put it up here when it comes out. But those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books that I plan on reading. Fingers crossed, hopefully reading in the month of April. In the month of May. If I can do that, y'all, I will learn how to do a backflip so I can backflip and celebrate. But who knows? I may not get it done because this month is very busy. I'm getting my hair braided. We have to drive somewhere, and then I have to drive somewhere again, and then we have to get ready for my graduation, and I have to take pictures and do my driver's test. So this month is just, it's very crazy, very scary, but who knows? Fingers crossed we will read this. Anyways, if you have liked this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, tell me all the books that you plan on reading in May, also what books you did read in April, all that good stuff. And I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and